me go across to Vishal Dhaiya. Vishal, do you think that there can be a reverse flip which can happen in Haryana, or do you think that this result will stay 48-35?
No, it's too early to call it, Kartikeya. This is not going to stay. It is going to change. Whether it changes in the favor of the BJP further consolidating its lead or Congress making a comeback, well, we will have to wait for a few more rounds. But again, as I was saying, I was going through the election commission numbers once more. And the interesting part here is that what we see on television, what we see are, ground reporters reporting in terms of what the leaders are saying. For example, I was just going through what the BJP leader, former Home Minister, Anil Vij, speaking to reporters and pointing out that if the leadership is willing to go ahead and give me responsibility, I am willing to become the chief minister as well. Interestingly, in his own constituency, as per election commission's data, he's trailing by 935 votes. The independent Chitra Sarwara is leading out there. So the election commission data is purely based on what has been counted, verified, and reported by the returning officers in respective constituencies. We will have to wait out. If we are going by the election commission data, then I believe, as Brajesh was saying, by 11:30 picture might emerge much more clearer. But if we are going by the election commission data specifically, then we will have to wait till 1 p.m. before we can say that, okay, finally what the election commission is reporting is the basis, and this is what the clear picture is. But yes, it looks like there is going to be more swings because there are certain seats in the GT road belt itself. You were earlier talking about why BJP is right now standing at 49 on your screen and around the same number in the election commission data. There is a specific reason behind that. The reason is that they seems to have in the first few rounds, the BJP seemed to have maintained its leads in its strongholds, which it won over the past decade or so in Haryana, be it the GT Road belt, be it the Ahirwal belt or the South Haryana belt. When you look at the Haryana map, these are the three areas where BJP, candidates are still leading after second round or after third round as well. But as I was saying earlier, minimum number of rounds in any Haryana constituency is 14, and maximum number of counting rounds in Haryana constituency is 21. So we are not even, down 30% counting of votes.
49 BJP, 34 Congress in Haryana. Yes, Brijesh, you wanted to something.
I think,
couple of bites I need to play.
Sixth round of counting had taken place where Vinesh Fogart was trailing by 1,000 votes. Now, what we have been given to understand is that the seventh round of counting, Vinesh Fogart is ahead by 345 votes. So I think she must have heaved a huge sigh of relief, and her advice to the supporters will come and say.
But it means that there was a fight in Haryana. It means that there was a fight. We have to accept कि हरियाणा में टक्कर की लड़ाई हुई है.
Just to bring the wrestling thing.
Okay.
You have 3 rounds in wrestling.
Okay.
And every point has to be counted at every round.
Okay.
Number one. And हमारे यहाँ wrestling, since I covered sports, I mentioned the other day too. हमारे यहाँ wrestler का traditional क्या होता था? पीठ दिखानी है, चिट करना है. Whereas now the modern technique is gain points by dodging and getting your points. So that's the way election also works. You just can't beat everybody in every corner unless there's a total sweep. So you have to fight every pocket for yourself. That's the way it looks like. Because Vinesh is a newcomer, backed by a Congress party, but she still is a novice vis-a-vis the political field. She may be an expert in a wrestling mat, but on the political field, it's a battle between Congress and BJP. So both were trying to get the best out of the opponent.
Okay. Okay. You see, Vishal, you were talking about GT Karnal Road, but even in Ateli, you have BSP candidate, which is actually doing better than Rao Inderjeet Singh's daughter. He seems to be leading that seat, which is known as the Ahirwal belt.
Well, as far as Ateli is concerned, Kartikeya, it was clear from day one that it is going to be a very tough, fight for Inderjeet Singh and his daughter in that particular seat, and that was pretty much evident from the fact that Inderjeet Singh, who in previous elections was never seen confined to his own constituency or the nearby constituencies, and was more focused on the other areas in the Ahirwal belt. In these elections, he spent almost more than half of his time in Ateli itself. It was a clear indication that he is locked in, his daughter is locked in a very tough battle, tough political battle out there. And the BSP candidate was considered to be the trump card in that constituency, because it's a BSP INLD alliance and they have the INLD support there as well. But yes, again, these are first few rounds, and I'm pretty sure that seasoned politicians like Rao Inderjeet Singh would put all weight behind. But it's just not the fate of Rao Inderjeet's daughter in Ateli. If we look at the first few rounds, even Bhavya Bishnoi was trailing. Even Randeep Surjewala's son was trailing in his constituency. So looks like not very good beginnings for these young new faces, specifically from the political families in Haryana. But again, let's wait for a few more rounds.